Yeah, this is Dave from cheapbooks.com playing World of Tanks. The tank is a Steyr WT. This is a German Tier 7 tank destroyer, and the map is Empire's Border. This is an assault defend game, and I'm on the defending team. So I'm going to show you a sniping position that you can use when you are on the defending team. This is going to be in the G1 area. I'm going to do approximately 1,850 damage. For most of the battle, I'm not going to be spotted. There's going to be lots of targets to shoot at. And I'm going to do around 400 spotting damage. Now, one thing you're going to notice is that there's two outcroppings of green bushes. I'm taking the one that's closer, and the reason why is because I do like to be closer to the enemy. And there's all these yellow-leaved trees in front of me. And those trees are going to protect you from being spotted by the enemy. So you don't have to be you don't have to be far behind the bush in order to avoid being spotted. This is a rear-mounted turret on this tank, which means I'm not going to have a lot of gun depression in the front. There is a little bit of a slope sloping downwards, but we're going to do okay. The other thing you're going to notice is that where the enemy is right now is located behind some buildings. I don't know if you can shoot those buildings down. I've only played this map 3 or 4 times, so I don't know the map yet. I haven't been playing for a while. So we're not going to be able to shoot at these tanks. So if you watch my videos, you'll know that I've been living in South America for the past 8 years. Now I am in the Philippines, which is why I have a high ping time, 270 millisecond ping time. And because I have a high ping time, I'm playing tank destroyers because tank destroyers don't need the quick reaction rate. And I'm going to give you an example. I had a game where my ally fired at an enemy tank. I saw the shot go out before I spotted the enemy tank, and the enemy tank was right in front of me. So I saw the shot go out, which means that the enemy tank was spotted. My ally aimed his gun, he fired at the enemy tank, he hit it, and then it appeared in my game. And that's what a 250 millisecond delay does. Remember, round one way it's 250 milliseconds, round trip it's 500 milliseconds, which is half a second. That's a long delay. So it does hurt my light tank scouting games. I'm going to do a lot more passive scouting. So you can see that there is a way to shoot at the tanks that are off in the distance there, and you'll notice that the T-29 has started to advance. Most of the enemy tanks are beyond the white circle, which means that they will not spot me, and I will be unable to spot them. By the time they spot me, most of the enemy tanks will be dead, and they'll have such low hit points that they won't be able to do anything about it. And we're going to win this game like 15-3 or something like that. So you can see that the enemy has advanced, and there's only 3 of us defending against 7 enemy tanks. And we're going to hold those 7 enemy tanks back, and we're going to kill them all. I'm up to 250 damage. So it does help if your allies are slowing down the enemy. You need a spotter, you need somebody to slow the enemy down, which is going to be your strong armor, and one sniper can do a lot of damage. The enemy is not spotted, but I'm guessing at where I think he is. He just knocked a tree down. Because no one is spotted, I was blind firing a little bit. Now this tank, he's moving behind another outcropping of bushes, which means he's not going to spot me when I fire at him right now. Score 7-5. I've got 940 damage. I like to use the auto aim. Having a high ping time makes it almost a requirement to use the auto aim, because if you don't, the gun will go all over the place, especially if you're moving fast. Now, there's a video on my channel, how to set the engine on fire. And I did a lot of testing, and what I discovered is you want to hit the engine, the rear of the tank, directly in the center and low on the rear armor. This is not the lowest point. I could have shot a little bit lower, and it would increase the chance of setting the engine on fire by about twice as much, because you're hitting the axle, the rear axle, which is part of the transmission, and you're hitting the engine with the same shot. Score is 8-5. I finally got spotted. I could have just stayed right there. Look at what's happening. Hitting him on the lower plate. I got 3 kills, 1,800 damage, 400 spotting damage, and that's the game.